han mo kaon og kaning unsa tawag niya ni balot og kaning Bitamax, right?
Yeah, I don't want to challenge
Okay.
that.
So
But isaw, I tried isaw before.
so unsa may what's the uproar on social media for? Nganong medyo gi-bash man ni sila nganong man di ay kung ludon sila og balot dili ba na kaning luod ang balot, di ba?
Yeah, I think that's where the debate lies because, people are allowed to have their own food preferences. And yeah, I honestly don't really get why people are sort of bashing BINI for that. It's like a gotcha moment for them, gani. No, like, no, BINI, kay BINI man good right now. I think their popularity is sort of declining.
Okay.
Diba?
Yeah,
Do you think so?
kind of.
Okay.
Or nahilom sila ish.
Yeah.
So nagunsa man sila sa United States. Are they like on a kind of world tour or something?
Yeah, I think it was part of their world tour.
Okay. Yan ibisita sila in which particular state did they
Ito na,
visit?
I don't
Dili
remember.
me familiar.
honestly.
Okay.
But yeah, it was US.
So can you read some of the comments of the people? What are they saying about the incident? I'm curious. Because I think normal naman ang madiri ang mga tao sa exotic food. Even I find it interesting to eat balot. I mean, I'm not a big fan of balot. I feel like balot, eating balot is like
An acquired
how do you call this? Abortion.
Sana all.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
what could have been a child? What
What's it with a duck?
what could have been a full-grown kaning sa tawag ni ani manok gikaon hinon ako murag feeling nako murag kuya
Yeah,
what
murderer.
murderer
You're
yet
swung.
yeah. Oh, imagine. Oh.
Yeah, another is
Sa may gipang bash nila.
Dito like ang context ano kaya itong PBB time ni Gwen na kato ganing, di ba? Itong
Okay.
PBB time ni Gwen na matakaw,
Okay.
pagkain daw. Ang lala ni Gwen parang hindi naging patay gutom sa bahay ni Kuya.
Kinsa man ni si Gwen, one of the members of
One of the
BINI.
members.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Napo ka ng ang artist sumikat lang nag-inarte na Kuya. Feeling naman mga ito, mga pilingon haha nilamo ng sistema. At BINI PH stop niyo na career niyo.
Oh.
So
Yeah, a lot
kinda-
of the comments are more of like disappointment
Yeah.
and disheartened ang mga people ang ano yung ila reaction and mostly telling BINI that they're OA for
Yeah, I
what
feel like
they're
ang
doing.
next time ko ni kay more ka ng 'di ba western kay siya niya. More ba ang the way i-present sa food ba kay ikita ko ka ng like short clips lang sa mga ano. More ka word the baguan sila makita or more ka sama na siya.
I think it also has something to do with how like, the US interpreted our sort of food because looking at the isaw for example it didn't look like the isaw
Yeah, dili
that
siya like
I've seen.
actually
Ano
isaw na
isaw?
ano.
I
Oo.
thought isaw was like the intestine ba na?
And sim sakto man to. Intasin
Yeah,
man
but
to.
it looked different. Kay like the isaw I knew kay katong yung like squiggly.
Oh, bitaw to.
Kay anyway. Katong squiggly na intestine.
Unsa dito gi nasa video?
Isaw gyapon the light to siya na type. Like I saw people saying that it was like wala daw siya gilimpyo og tarong kato na isaw. Apparently. And the Betamax though it didn't look like the Betamax that we have here. It wasn't grilled well as for what I've heard. And yeah, it also I think another reason why BINI's reactions were like that because you know how Filipino cuisine is interpreted in different countries. It's not really that authentic, right? Like for example, in the US they sort of try to tweak the recipe so that it can also cater to American food palate preferences. So I think that's also another reason why BINI was shocked or maybe they had a different reaction to what they were eating. I think so, yeah.
But why would they be bashed? I'm curious ba. It could be nga kita manggong mga fans ba magtanaw tag usa ka artist, magtanaw tag usa ka band, magtanaw tag usa ka singer. We whether it's true or not, whether we actually know these people or not, we attribute to them characteristics nga probably do not exist, di ba?
Yeah.
Because we're trying to we're always comparing machines, di ba? Our brains are always comparing whether we like it or not. So, mo nang musikat ang usa ka banda, for example, or musikat artists like, for example, Elias JTV, because he's so relatable. He is just like us, di ba? That's why, namang bitay bias, ana, di ba? Nga ganahan ta ni kuan kang atong politician nga mura og kaning pareha nato, di ba? Murang mga populists leaders, di ba? Kay murag Buwangan ninyo pariharam ni nako mamalikas pod and all that. Masa kay tanan kaning ang iyahang mga actions magkaon siya magkaon pungko-pungko, di ba? So we attribute all of these things to our idols, quote-unquote idols, atong mga leaders and artists. So paghuman kung dili din na tinuod basig mo siguro ma-disappoint nga buang nga di aning BINI ludo pakuan man dinay kanang what was the word? Murag medyo OE man sa din sila diyan mukaon og kaning local cuisine, Filipino cuisine sa States, mura na hinog kaning sikinsa, di ba? Something like that, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's like that. What are your thoughts, guys? Have you seen the actual clip? Can you find me the clip, the actual clip?
It's 25 minutes long.
It's 25 minutes.
It's a video, di ba?
Yeah, it was a video.
Okay, where do you find it on YouTube? Let me look for that. So katong atong mga tigpaminaw nga nakakita sa video, unsa man gyud ang inyong reaction and ngano man nga ang BINI, by the way, in case you're wondering, can you explain to everyone what or who BINI is? Go ahead.
Larry, number 1 fan.
Ay, wala dili. So BINI is an 8-member Filipina girl group. They
Okay.
debuted around 2021.
Okay.
And they rose to fame for Pantropico, I think around
Pantropico, okay.
Pantropico.
Okay.
Yeah, I think around last year was
Okay.
it?
Yeah, I think no.
Or like 2023, like late 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, and BINI, actually the name BINI, it came from the Filipino word bini bini, which
Bini
means
bini.
young ladies. So BINI, as a group, they aim to sort of portray what Filipino women are through their concepts, through their songs, and through their personalities, basically. So yeah.
So this is from a show, the interview,
Is that the one?
Pero depende pa rin ba
I don't think that's the one.
So kaning this is like our own version of like how do you call this, a BTS, right? Or
Yeah, kind of.
or a
A big up
Blackpink,
group.
right?
Yeah.
Mo ni gipatilaw sila pagkaan
Yeah,
niya.
is that
Oh.
video? It's kind of long, actually.
So unsa man ni?
Parang, it's like a buchi. It's like buchi.
Tesa unsa may context nga gipatilaw man sila og local cuisine nga taga Pilipinas gud sila.
Wala ko
Exactly.
kasabutan
Ano,
actually.
That was the number one question.
Like ano what the hell,
Like,
right?
why? They should have tried maybe American style
Yeah.
because they're in the US.
Filipino food, try Filipino food.
Yeah. Why is that?
Like it
actually?
makes sense.
Doesn't make sense actually.
Yeah. That was the number one question.
Yeah. Why did they let them eat cuisine from back home, right?
Yeah.
So maybe what they were trying to do siguro in this particular, this is like a show, right?
Yeah.
People versus food. I think what they tried to do was to try to see whether the balot in the United States is the same as the balot here in the Philippines. Maybe they were trying to try to see whether what they're making is authentic or not.
Not really.
Comparing-
The way they can present it, you try Filipino food, man, yun. So basically, like, trying authentic Filipino food ish ang
Yeah.
paglalabas.
In a way, yeah. I believe so.
Yeah. Pero gets yun ako, para lang ako, ano sa mga tao, kaya the way lagi sila ni-present sa atong Filipino food, the way sa ni-react ba, mo ilang na ano ata, marag, kanang,
Because they were reacting like foreigners.
yeah, marag,
or-
I think mo nang exactly na ilang, marag nag, point na nabashan nila, kay, marag di na naman
They're
Filipino.
like to them, like they're acting like the food is something.
Yeah,
new to
marag
them.
something different
Yeah.
gani. Marag something new to them. Marag ana.
Yeah, and there were vlogs like surfacing that BINI has tried these food before. Why are they acting like they're trying it for the first time? Something like that.
Muna akong basabot kagahapon atong hisgot na ni kagahapon with our guest si Julia Q nga something happens, something snaps when there's a camera in front of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's something performative good that happens
Yeah.
when there's a camera in front of us, right? Somehow we the real moment kind of disappears and like another person appears when there's a camera in front of us, right? Parehara gud nako gud nga I was making a confession earlier, right? Nga ako kung mag-istorya ko in front of a microphone I know is not live. Lahi ang akong feeling.
Yeah.
But when it's live, I'm on the edge because I know that people are listening and I could make a mistake and all of that stuff. So I'm more conscious about what I'm saying and even the sound of my voice. Sometimes I'm concerned about the way my voice is projected and all that stuff. So many things are going on. Pero kung walay camera, walay microphone in this case, kan lain sa dang akong pag-istorya, di ba? So parehas sa siguro na niya nga naay camera in front sa BINI then mag-inuig sila kaning BINI ba. I actually don't know them. I've only known them because of the songs that we play here from BINI, but I don't know them personally. I know there's one BINI from Lapu-Lapu, right? And
Yeah, Binaya.
he's been, pun intended, one of the BINIs has been here in top several times. But begin sila. Is this their character? What attracts people to BINI?
Oh, na si Aya actually is like siya ra ang like praise ato na video.
Yeah, because
BINI Aya tong
Aya
taga
is known to be someone who's very
yeah,
adventurous,
in food.
brave.
Mm.
Yeah, and she's not really afraid to try new things.
Okay.
Unlike the others in the video, they were very hesitant to try like the new food. And
Pretty new. Their
yeah.
local
New,
food.
quote unquote new.
Pero where is BINI now, by the way? Let's talk about BINI for a while. Like kaning BINI karon, dugay-dugay naman sila. They've been a sensation for a long time, di ba? They fill up stadiums. I remember they were here in Waterfront a couple of years
We
ago.
tried to get a ticket, we
And
didn't.
it was a riot, right? I mean, like it was jam packed, di ba?
Yeah.
So and then there were a lot of fake tickets and all of that stuff that were sold, and
Yeah.
people got duped and all of that stuff. So nagu demand for BINI for a long time. But I noticed number one, they don't have a new hit song, and number two, this is the first time that I've heard about them in a long time, and it is for a bad thing. This controversy about food. In your assessment, tanaw ninyo, like is BINI as popular as they once were 2-3 years ago?
I think BINI's popularity really declined as the years went by. I think it started during Cherry on Top, I believe.
Yeah, after Cherry on Top,
Yeah,
Mark,
after Cherry on Top.
ano na sila?
Because
decline.
I think it was because they were starting to put out more English songs, Western songs. And then the people, they want more Filipino songs, Tagalog songs, because that's what made them popular. And similar to, for example, in K-pop, there are groups that are already trying to break into the Western market. It feels like us here in the Philippines, we are getting, we're forgotten gani. In that sense, like the Filipino audience is forgotten because BINI is now focused on branching out globally. And that's also part of why their popularity is declining. Actually, I think their latest song was Shagidi.
So they have a new song.
I didn't even know that.
Shagidi, Shapo.
And I have the Jollibee cards too.
Yeah, I think they had a latest single and it didn't really pop off like we expected it to. And yeah.
What do you call that phenomenon when you post something on your feed and then there's more bashing of that post than likes? There's a name for that, right? Nga murag imo nakay-post and then people are criticizing that post. There are more bashes than likes about that post. So is that what happened? Now there were more people who were bashing BINI for that particular incident. Katong nag-tasting sila sa local cuisine of Filipino cuisine than fans, than people who liked the particular post.
Yeah.
Mo ba hinahitabo?
Yeah, based on the YouTube comments and many comments in Twitter and Facebook and other social media platforms as well, most of the comments were really negative. Like whenever you scroll, like, something negative, something like that. But there are fans who are trying to sort of override those negative comments by posting positive comments. But mas naglabaw jud ang negative comments gapon. Yeah, even until now.
Interesting. So this particular show, was it done in the States or was it a show here in the Philippines?
It was done in the States. The hosts, the channel, they're really US based jud.
I'm curious ba kaning BINI? Dugay-dugay naman ni sila. They've been here for maybe like almost a decade or less than a decade, right? Mga
4 years?
4 years, right?
Yeah.
Almost half a decade. So, nganong wala pa may uban nga ni sunod nila? Like, diba usually, ana magyuna nga na ay usa ka successful nga banda, ana ay usa ka successful nga singer, o yan, naadayon mo sunod nga similar acts ba? Nganong dili man ni nahitabo? Nganong wa man ni nahitabo? Diya nga, na banda nagsunod-sunod. Naaba niya, walang
Naaman actually mga bands same o ganang blueprint sa BINI,
Okay.
like K-pop na blueprint in general.
Okay.
Daghan man sila actually nang gawas karon but di wala lang sila ni hit og kanang murag nang pareha sa BINI gani before.
Yeah.
Like in the local scene lang yun sila murag let's say underrated na mga bands.
Like what, for example? Would you be able to name a few?
G22.
Okay.
Yes.
So G22 is also an all-female or
All
all-male?
female.
There
Okay.
are 3 members.
Yeah, there's also
Three ra.
actually 3 members. Yeah,
And
there's
then?
also Alamat. Napa to yung mga younger groups. I forgot to name the younger guys. I forgot the name.
So kani silang mga grupuha, they came after BINI. So are they still also under ABS-CBN or independent ni sila or lain sila nga music label?
I think G22 is another music label.
BGYO though is like under ABS gyapon. Pero ang kwan sa Alamat and BINI, they debuted around the same time. But ang BINI lang yun ni sikat.
Ni sikat ang ugmayo ang BINI, pero kaning uban nga bandang hisgutan ninyo mga grupo dili ni sila necessarily under ABS-CBN, and of course obviously they're not as popular as BINI.
Yeah.
So ngano ka, why do you think they're not as popular as BINI? Why couldn't they follow the footsteps of BINI? Kaning BINI, are they like a once in a generation, once in a lifetime kind of group?
I don't think BINI is once in a lifetime, because before BINI there was SB19.
Yeah, SB19 was the one who paved way actually for the P-pop P-pop scene in the Philippines. So I think they were the original blueprint.
Yeah, and then BINI hit after, and then other groups like G22. There's also Alamat and all the other groups, they followed suit. But I think they weren't as successful. Maybe number one, how they were marketed, and their songs kay wala pa sila hit songs.
SB19 though is boom-ish. Like they're big.
Yeah, SB19.
Yeah, SB19. But ang atong other groups.
Are they popular on a global scale or they're just popular here in the Philippines? I'm talking about SB19.
Globally. They had a world tour. Actually.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just know they're big in the Philippines.
And they're also big in Korea. There's songs like Gento, like the latest song.
Really? I didn't know that.
They've been covered by mga choreographers, mga K-pop idols in Korea.
Alright, Gento was like
Gento was a sensation.
So anyway, we're talking about BINI and their recent post. Actually, it's not their post. It was actually from a show in the US. I think this is like a YouTube show. Gipatilaw sila og mga native Filipino cuisine sa States, or murag nang inuwi sila, and people are bashing them because kaning mura man dili mo Pinoy nga magpaload-load mo niya na. Pero what do you think of that, guys? Maybe you can help us do this conversation. Why do you think BINI was so bashed by that particular incident? Because how many days ago was this?
Exactly 1 week ago.
1 week ago.
7 days.
And people are still talking about it until now. Wow.
Yeah.
So grabe good. So ana nika, I guess that's also a testament of how popular BINI still is, right?
Yeah. They're still relevant in a way.
Yeah. But ako ma-add though kanang, we had this conversation before, like I think last week, about like critiquing food. Since influencers man sila, they have this kanang influence sila, and it's their job to like influence in a good way. And the thing is, when you eat food, when you critique food, there's like certain way to critique it na dili siya offensive. And I think that's the reason ngano ang mga to kay mag nauihan ato kay murag kanagay kato akong giingon mag diri kay sila sa mga pagkaon. I think that's the reason why.
What do you mean by dili offensive? Like I mean, like you just critiquing food. How can critiquing food become offensive? Like I don't understand.
Ang kato like moingon lang kana wa siya lami dili kang mo explain ano wala siya lami, what it tastes like to you ana kay basin di ay lahat taste palette ganahan ko ani di kahan ana.
Yeah, I think they should have explained the taste more.
Yeah. Rather than like react yun na mga ano. Siguro gets na ko if like other countries about Filipino food man good siya and they're Filipino mo gid. Yeah.
And they're representing the Filipino people.
So according to kaning Joel Lim, blame Luthor's monkey for the BINI bashing.
Superman.
I'm not sure what that means. That's a Superman reference. Yeah. So guys, if you want to join our conversation on YouTube, Tops Media Center, on Facebook, okay, how do you feel about BINI being bashed for that OA reaction when they were asked to taste Filipino cuisine in the United States? Let us know your thoughts on the matter. Our time now, what time is it? It is now 10:12. Maayong buntag sa kanatong tanan. Welcome to Top of the Morning on 105.1 TMC.